I have, like, a deep-seated desire to beat the crap out of Excelsius. Maybe it's just because, like, I'm dealing with some, still recovering from the flu a little bit here. But, you know, I really, really want to beat the snot out of him. But you want to know what's even nicer? It felt good having Verity on our side. I've been shit-talking her for so freaking long because I always saw her as the exhibit of, or an example of blind justice. But here, it really does seem like she's finally opening up. Like, it feels good. Let's not even get started on the fact of how, like, it took, how Edgeworth was able to convince Kay to, like, if not for herself, then do it for him so that way she'd be able to get her memory back. Or at least not her memory back, but at least remember something else. And we got a key piece of evidence, which is great. Right now, though, we wait. Silence in the courtroom, please. Miss Von Karma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. She didn't find anything. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom, and no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. That is bad news indeed. Look at that! Even she's like, oh dear. Then we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict. Ah, such terrible shame. But I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. Oh, it's certainly not what I'd expect from a first-rate criminal mind. I have a murderous rage right now because of you. No, there's just not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own. Yes, it really is a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And then when it came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one. Oh, if only you could see them. Their stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces. With how corrupt of a judge you are you American? The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law. There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both... If only we had some proof! I never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances. The end of the road, huh? By the power vested in me, Excelsius winner, this court hereby indicts you for your crimes! What? Huh? What on earth's gotten into you, Verity? I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident. Namely, the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years ago. But what does that file have to do with... Wait. You mean... Your late-night visit to this chamber. That was to... Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly, it would seem that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me.
That was a ruse to buy myself more time.
What the heck are you doing, Gavel? You can't just accuse my dad. Without proper grounds, it's defamation. Defamation.
An excellent observation, Eustace.
It is?
And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated.
Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost's body went missing.
My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this? Ian Seidman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing. However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. von Karma, and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. What? What? This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power, and they're known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy him to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
What? What? She was responsible for the fake report?
Oh wait, you have to understand Grandma, she's not a bad person. She had to do what he said. She didn't have any choice.
He, the person in question, was the chief prosecutor at the time.
The chief prosecutor 18 years ago. No!
The man who gave Papa the first penalty of his career! Excelsius winner! It was you!
Objection! Oh, this feels good.
Well, what are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that.
Come on, Eustace, join our side!
Overruled.
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself?
I'm sorry, I got so wrapped up in the hype, I didn't read the IS-7 adjustment here. To say, December 24th, 18 years ago, Prosecutor Manfred von Karma, Defense Attorney Gregory Edgeworth, Victim Artie Frost, Suspect Samson Tangaroa. A body of Artie Frost discovered in mansion belonging to Samson Tangaroa. Persons of interest, Delicia Scone, Judy Bound, Carmela Gusto. Notes: Carmela Gusto and Artie Frost's sons would both visit Tangaroa's mansion up through the day before the incident. From the day of the incident onward, their whereabouts are unknown.
Okay.
Oh, that's nonsense with the body. That was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And the fake autopsy report. Hilda, how could you? I can't believe you naughty kid would do such dishonest things behind my back.
Hold it.
Oh, fuck you! We could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there, after all.
Wait, Grandma can't, she's, ow! Grandma, I'm sorry, I knew. That's why Right, exactly. If I didn't, everybody would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if I didn't help them with their plan. They said he would. I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
So, you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner?
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer, and they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
Well, there must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do.
Oh, wait! Their mask didn't cover their whole face. And the part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure.
A tattoo? Ringleader wore a white jacket, white gloves, a magenta flower, and a mask. Also had a tattoo on the part of their face the mask didn't cover. Oh. A tattoo.
Objection. This all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I'd know if there was one, wouldn't you? Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be. I only hope you can figure it out, who the shameless manipulator might be.
Overruled.
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess!
Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here? I don't care. Gavel's in our party. I don't care.
I am not the only one who has been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Ringer had been trying too. And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain!
Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? But why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye.
You barely knew the victim? Why? I do believe that is a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
So that's how this is going to go. You mean to hound me until I finally break? Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you.
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one.
Fuck yes!
I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer.
Is it weird? I was really hoping that, like, alongside Edgeworth, Gavel's face would be right there with him. Like a two-party thing, sorry, I'm just so hype. I'm hyped up, man.
Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. But we never really had any personal interactions. At least none that I remember.
Okay, no personal interactions. Let's see. No personal interactions. No personal interactions. I just need to make sure I'm just refreshing things here. No personal interactions. I'm sorry. I know this probably just feels really silly and all that stuff, but I'm just kind of like really, really trying to like make sure that I am getting all of this right here. No interactions.
I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. And I have absolutely no idea why she was after me.
So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this? Of course he doesn't! He isn't guilty! How could he be? He's my dad! The winner of winners!
That's very kind of you, Eustace, but you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me.
Oh my god. I have... Why do I have a very sick feeling this guy's gonna pull something like a Carmela Gusto? He might just throw his own son under the bus to escape justice here. Well, actually, no, that's not possible because, like, he doesn't, like... he can't really throw him under the bus at the moment because with that little detail about there being like a tattoo under the lower half of the face, we don't have a tattoo on Eustace's face right here. So, oh, fuck, but I won't put it past him that he'd throw his own son under the bus.
Right, you got it. I won't let them pin this on you. I believe in you, Dad. You'll beat Edgeworth, I know you will.
Yes, yes. You really are such a sweet, simple child.
He really loves his dad, huh?
But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes.
Okay, coming from Francisca, that is really good.
No matter how much he respects him.
That is powerful coming from Francisca.
Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time.
Okay, now this is a deadly combination. I love this.
This won't be easy on Mr. Winner, but it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this.
All right, let's begin.
Hold it!
As a member of the committee, you must at least have been familiar with her face.
Sure, but that's about all. I saw her every once in a while.
That was short and sweet to the point.
Hold it!
So you're saying you barely knew the victim at all?
That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy, yes. Why, I never even knew about that burn mark on her hand.
You didn't. How?
I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone, but before you know it, they're gone. It's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and gone the next.
How do you... How do you miss a burn mark like that? Like, don't get me wrong, I have scars on my body, and like, but they're kind of hard to see because over time they just kind of vanish. It's also just the coloration of some of the scars themselves. They're very hard to see unless you actually squint and all that stuff. You don't need to squint to see that, unless you was wearing gloves constantly, like fucking Kyoko from Danganronpa. I'm sorry, you can't really hide that. Or you can't not notice that.
Yes, because they dare to stand up to you, and you make them disappear. If you could please add your remark about the victim's burn to your testimony, Chairman Winner.
Why, I didn't even know about the burn mark on her hand.
Hold it!
You're sure you didn't know about the burn mark?
You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't.
But this wasn't just any old scar. I'd say it's pretty noticeable, in fact. Perhaps under normal circumstances, but now that I think about it, Miss Ringer did always wear gloves.
Okay, thank you, Gavel. That cleared that up a little bit.
Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself. The victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves?
It makes sense, of course. People can be very self-conscious about such things.
I mean, yeah, that's why I don't really show my face, because I have a very low self-esteem and I don't like how I look.
I can only sympathize, being something of a sensitive soul myself.
I hope you're not too sensitive to append that statement to your testimony.
Although I suppose she was always wearing gloves. Perhaps it was to hide that burn.
We are just expanding this man's testimony, aren't we?
Hold it!
I mean, hell, may as well keep going.
So, you remember her always wearing gloves?
I mean, it was something of a trademark of hers, yes. Who knew it was to hide a burn mark? I always imagined it was just a fashion statement. Does your little friend there have something to hide under all those bandages, I wonder?
Who? Me? No, I don't have anything to hide.
You don't? Not even the stony visage of a cold-blooded murderer?
Hey! If anyone here is hiding such a thing, it's you. And I'll expose your true face if it's the last thing I do!
You never fail to entertain, my boy. Go ahead and do your worst.
So Miss Ringer always wore gloves. Well, that reminds me of something. I should look over all the evidence again. She always wore gloves. Oh, I was kind of hoping I could look at the recording.
Hold it!
You never had any trouble with her professionally?
Oh, don't be so silly, my boy. I'm far too important these days for trivialities. And by all accounts, her work was unimpeachable. Besides, our difference in standing meant we hardly ever interacted.
But that doesn't prove you didn't kill her, does it?
Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? Anything to save your little friend, hmm?
It certainly seems that Miss Ringer had some personal interest in you, at least.
Indeed, indeed, but I can't for the life of me imagine why. Too bad, so sad, without a motive, you can't logic your way into pinning this on me.
Hold it!
You have no idea at all as to why she was after you?
Let's see now.
It's because Dad's a real catch!
I suppose you could say that, yes. Admirers, they come, and then they go again.
You couldn't even dream of being like my dad.
Very true. I doubt many ordinary people could quite match his achievements. It's remarkable, really, to have so many people come into a life and then for so many leave it.
Oh, I fucking love that. I absolutely love how she turned his, like, trying to, like, self-glaze, and she just turned it into a burn.
I certainly won't complain if you chose to leave, Verity, my dear.
I think it's far more likely that you will be the one leaving today. In handcuffs.
Yes, yes, very droll, but if you think I'm finished, you will be sorely disappointed.
I have to think back over what we know about the victim. If you're not sure how to approach this, take another look at the evidence. You just might find a new way to interpret old information.
Are you trying to help me, Francisca?
I'm trying to help Kay Faraday. I couldn't care less about you, Baka.
Nice to see she really is worried for Kay. In her own Francisca sort of way. Just imagine fucking the K protection squad actually just suddenly got a temporary new member with Gavel. It's so good. I know her focus is she's like going after Excelsius here. I know like that he is her target. But I just like to imagine like, oh shit. Did our party group? Oh, okay. Oh, the protection squad. Oh, shit. We should probably get her the team jacket. Where's Gumshoe whenever you need him?
Now I've got him wrapped up in a closet.
Why did you wrap him up in a closet?
He pissed me off.
How? Although I suppose she was always wearing gloves, perhaps it was to hide that burn. Oh! Wait a minute. I'm supposed to look at the information, like, not the information. I'm supposed to look at the evidence we have in a different light. The only thing that we have on us right now, I guess aside from the autopsy report, the only thing we have on us right now is that audio recording that has the killer, like, confronting, Rosie Ringer. So...
So, Miss Ringer always wore gloves? If she did, that raises a rather important question, and highlights quite a contradiction.
A contradiction, you say? Really?
If we listen again to the conversation that was captured by this stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean.
I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself. I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge.
We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assumed that those were the words of the killer.
And where's the problem in that? It seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me.
I'm afraid not, Chairman Winner. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves as you just testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to her killer.
Objection. Oh, you speak as if gloves can't easily be removed. She could have just taken them off during the auction.
That's...
But she hadn't!
She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. Needler!
So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered, too.
What? What are you saying, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, don't you?
I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Winner, you dang devil.
I see. So you're both looking to disappear too. Oh!
That man burned his own beard.
That can be arranged.
Did you just threaten in a... I'm sorry. Sir, did you just threaten with all of these witnesses to make people disappear and then brag that it can be easily arranged? You are not making yourself look innocent, my guy. Not this time, Excelsius Winner. The only person disappearing will be you.
Objection!
Hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. Who cares if the burn was covered up? Why does that even matter?
Objection!
Oh, it matters. Because it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head.
What? What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us?
The murderer had a burn mark too. The victim didn't have a burn mark. There were no burn marks at all. Well, the murderer must have had a burn mark too. Like, if you think about it, like, what's the phrase I'm looking for here? Because, is it weird if I say it takes one to know one? Like, there's two possibilities that are in my mind right now. It's that it takes one to know one. Like, the killer who also had a similar marking, probably not on his hands, because I think he's been showing his hands quite frequently, like, you know. But I don't know if I'm wording myself correctly here. That, or maybe he's the one who caused the burn mark in the first place. So that's why I'm thinking, wait a minute! Had a burn mark. Tattoo. That's why Excelsius has such a long-ass beard. There's probably a burn mark on his face that he's covering up with his freaking facial hair. Think about it like this, Mr. Winner. The victim was wearing gloves, therefore the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording?
Somebody who, wasn't the victim?
Oh, my entire understanding was kind of flipped on its head. It wasn't Excelsius making that... Oh!
Somebody who, wasn't the victim?
Precisely. Which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark, too. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim!
No way!
Objection.
Oh my god, because he's... This legitimately just kind of like, oh my god. This is actually pretty good. Like, it explains why he's got like this freaking fascination with fire. It's no wonder he got burnt. And that animation of him burning his beard? Holy shit.
Eustace, my boy, would you mind stepping aside for a sec? Look, Miles, it's nice to see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now. Really? Where? Your little theory will either take flight or die, depending on your answer here, I'm afraid.
He's not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was, and fast.
I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right?
Yes, and each disguise was different. Yet in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow, which means...
Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark? I assume you have some evidence.
There. Had a tattoo on the part of their face the mask didn't cover.
Take that!
So this goes with my, I think it's not a tattoo, it was a burn mark. Here's my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner.
And what exactly is that supposed to tell us, hmm?
Objection!
A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But was it a tattoo? Or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one?
Burn mark? On the face?
Eustace,
Objection!
tell us!
Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy. But I regret to inform you that none of the committee members has such a burn. Myself included, of course.
But Dad, you... I mean... Yes! He knows!
Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later.
Eustace, you know your father's guilty! That should tell you what you need to know!
Join us.
Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner. But on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as good as an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. And it gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine. Namely, who that one unexplained item belongs to.
What's the matter with Mr. Winner?
I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer.
He's sad because he knows the truth? So, it's better not to know the truth at all?
No, Kay. It's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once, right when I needed to hear it the most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence!
I want to know, too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me?
I very much intend to.
You don't know when to give up, do you? Where is this burned then? Perhaps you could point it out to me. But you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found, just like your evidence that I'm the killer.
Yeah, hunt for contradictions like all you like. You won't find any. Because he's my dad. A winner through and through.
Objection!
I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live.
Dad, what do I do?
I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit.
Jesus! I knew you didn't care for your son, but holy fuck, dude!
But I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. They only give these to the valedictorian. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could.
Objection!
You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Those tests you aced, I had the school give you perfect scores on all of them. Those debate and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that. Gone. My own son. They all leave in the end.
You are... Holy shit.
I mean... Even when he was trying, he was failing, and he did it all for me. Then he should have tried harder.
You're a disgrace! You don't deserve to be a father! And you certainly don't deserve to be chairman of this committee!
Even I feel sorry for the boy now.
Poor Mr. Winner.
Explain yourself, Chairman Winner. Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
An utterly useless pawn sounds about right.
Hold me back. Hold me back!
But you're one to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too.
I cannot deny it. However, I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I've witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless? How could you?
Objection!
Oh, because he is Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment unto Excelsius Winner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. If the ringleader had a visible burn mark on their face that night, then it would follow that Chairman Winner is currently hiding that mark somehow. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last.
Now then, your answer, please! Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face?
One wig was straight, and the other wavy. Ringer's hair was straight, so wavy was not used. The ringleader prepared wigs in order to enable their accomplice to disguise herself as Miss Ringer. Excelsius. Oh, Excelsius.
Take that!
Excelsius, Excelsius, Excelsius. Recall Nurse Needler's testimony, if you will. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig. The one that wasn't used.
I seem to remember it being wavy.
What are you two talking about? Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim. And what do they have to do with the burn mark? What she found were two wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim. But what was the other one for? I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare. It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winner's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us.
Stop it! Stop staring at me!
One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it.
You mean...
It wasn't a wig after all?
Indeed. Not a wig intended to go on top of the head in any case. It was a fake beard all along, wasn't it, Excelsius Winner?
Why, this is all my own, dear boy. How very unkind of you to suggest otherwise.
Objection!
We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth. And how he desperately tried to cover for you, even in the light of his realization. Yet you still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew. He knew that your beard hides a prominent burn mark. Chairman Winner! I insist that you remove your beard this instant! That is not exactly how I was expecting that to look. That didn't burn up his whole beard. That burned off his just everything.
There it is. The burn mark.
Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, you have my thanks.
No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Excelsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty!
I barely got a look at what that guy's, like, little burn mark was. I think it looked like a skull? April 6, 9:44 a.m., Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. I'm sorry, I'm currently shaking.
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you.
There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor, no. As a friend, it was the least I could do.
Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winner has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues, however. We are talking about Chairman Winner here, so it's highly likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not part of his plan.
What? How could that be?
He claimed that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Miss Ringer's person.
Really? Huh.
And that they then found a second letter on Kay's unconscious body. From their contents, the letters seemed to ones of correspondence. So he leapt to the conclusion that they must have been working with each other.
That's quite the conclusion to jump to.
As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victims in a very conspicuous place. Namely, in her left chest pocket.
Sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself.
Yes, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part? But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. And under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, one of the duties with which I have been entrusted with is complete at last.
Judge Gavel, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winner came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't there?
Yes. And I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Miss Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions as a freelance journalist.
Oh.
But before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first.
I see. So that's the story behind this case.
While the goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance, Miss Ringer's actions have exposed Chairman Winner's crimes at last.
So that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsius Winter and the corruption at the heart of the committee.
Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winter?
Yeah, where's Eustace? Is he okay? I'm afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Do you have any idea why?
Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me most.
Oh. I really feel bad for him.
Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it might be, he'll need to learn to accept it. Again, this is coming from Francisca, just... If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life. Trust me. A father's influence isn't easily erased. But in time, he can hopefully try and change his ways.
You're right. You've got to be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's that head feeling? I'm fine. Thank you? I'm so sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to you, and instead I let them accuse you. Ow! Danged rat, we ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. The mind's where it all begins. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more?
Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit.
Oh, really? The Bronco Knight case, who's the defense attorney?
It was supposed to be Miss Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement.
Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde?
And of course, until we find Eustace, there's nobody to act for the prosecution either. In any case, I must take my leave.
Wait, please! What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? What's going to happen to it now?
With its chairman under arrest, the committee's activities have been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now.
But...
Don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making.
And I assume you do not mean to change your mind?
Of course not. I chose the path of the truth, and I chose it willingly.
With Chairman Winter out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more.
See, now this is the point where I can't really see Gavel as, like, an enemy at this point.
If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I would be more than happy to facilitate such a decision.
It's very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. I can't ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore.
I see. It seems we are destined to continue on different paths then.
Well, I trust you'll keep my badge safe until they converge again.
With all I have. In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner.
Case Promise notebook!
It seems it was due to be sold in the auction, and with the name K written on its cover, Chairman Winter made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the one in the letters, after all.
The letters he claimed to know nothing about. I suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them?
Yes, he also had something else to say. Apparently, he thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook and that Miss Ringer was after his life. And that their respective goals are what led them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together.
Unfortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. That just isn't like her.
Your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become part of the Chairman Winter's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's. Which is why I would like for her to have it back, as I am sure with the goddess.
Thank you.
I pray that it helps her to recover her lost memories.
Thank you, Gavel.
Is everything all right?
I think everything's going to be okay. Judge Gavel wanted me to return something important to you. Ah!
Isn't that... Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Daddy, I wrote them all down, Daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up, just like you. Oh, wait, I forgot to write one down. The most important promise of all. Promise number 5. always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I remembered it just how you said it, and now I'll never forget it.
I'm not crying. Fuck, I'm not crying.
Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. That's right. I have to try. I'm Kay Faraday, the great.
There we fucking go! I don't even care if I couldn't even read the last bit there. The great thief will do anything to get her hands on the truth.
Second Yatagarasu, an assistant to Mr. Edgeworth.
Kay, is that really you?
Can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but yeah, I'm back, and I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth. You never stopped helping me, even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything.
Oh, thank goodness. You certainly seem to be back.
Kay? So this is the real you, huh? Welcome back. It's so good to know you're better. I can sleep easy now. Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady, you hear? Miss Needler, Dr. Hertz. Thanks a lot for looking after me. And you really are better. How about you get out of them dang hospital duds? Oh yeah, I washed all your clothes for you. Here.
I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe.
He handed them over to us after they came back from forensics.
And did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note?
I didn't ask? Anyway, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay, I want to see.
Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them.
Oh, it's probably fine. She may have taken a big ol' bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise.
But then, why all the bandages in the first place?
Prevention is better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are just a few of my mottos.
You overcompensated. I mean, I'm happy, but you overcompensated and made me so goddamn worried that I thought she was like, oh god, how many fractures is she going through? How many cuts? Oh my god, is she okay? Is my precious baby okay? Both of which sound like painfully annoying practices for your patients.
Okay, Kay, transformation time.
Come on, bring the great. There she fucking is! Oh my god, I missed you.
Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. It's like a stolen glove. But that smile suits you better, too. As it always did. Thanks to you too, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did. I simply came when Scruffy asked me to.
Baka!
I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old self, too. Oh, speaking of Gummy, where is he? Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge.
Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those two with me.
Right.
Wait! What's going to happen to them?
Acting as an accomplice in a murder and forging an autopsy report 18 years ago. Their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. But the fact that Excelsior's winner coerced them into cooperating will, of course, be taken into account. So that could affect their punishment. They still have to be punished for the crimes that they committed, but the fact that they were coerced/blackmailed, that should affect the actual judgment that's thrown at them.
Don't you worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be all right. Take care, Kay Faraday. Until we meet again.
Oh god, I need a tissue. So, Kay, I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions.
Sure, ask away.
What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing? Okay.
Let's see. Somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake.
Gourd Lake?
But I didn't know who it was. So there I was, just looking up at the moon when somebody in a red raincoat started walking toward me. They must have drugged me somehow because that's when I fell unconscious.
Wait, what? I'm not sure wait a minute. Hold on, so this happened at Gourd Lake? But, what? Hold on. Kay was at Gourd Lake looking up at the moon?
Anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around up there when I saw the person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. I was so surprised, I stumbled backwards. And then I was falling, and everything went dark. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in the red raincoat. Who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in mid-air. Oh, thinking about it's making my head hurt.
Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is...
the memories of two different locations.
I imagine things are all mixed up in your mind because you were at Gourd Lake 1 minute and then at the top of the big building the next. And because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together.
Huh? But those are two totally different places.
Actually, wait a minute. How far away is Big Building from Gourd Lake?
I know I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily.
I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused. Think about this. The tree is one detail.
Take that!
There are two key similarities between the scene down by Gourd Lake and here on top of the big building. Cherry blossoms and food stands.
Wait, you're right.
I saw the food stand in her little flashback she did there.
Those similarities are what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in mid-air. They were walking toward you from across the park. But in your blurry memories, that same sight played out over the viewing platform instead.
Okay, so that explains quite a bit.
No way. Who steals a great thief's memories, huh? That's just cheating.
Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw? Do you hear that?
It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go take a look. Well, hooey, I smell another scoop in the oven.
What? You're still here? Just come along, Lotta. Okay, what happened?
April 6, 9:53 a.m., 51st floor, storeroom.
Oh, that walkie-talkie?
It's coming from this little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ugh. This transceiver. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
Oh, no. Oh, I just got the chills. I think I... Oh, no.
It's still going.
But I'm no good at technology.
Come on, you have to pick up. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, this is Edgeworth.
Kay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me.
Mr. Edgeworth, I presume.
I know that voice. Shelly the Killer!
Congratulations on another case solved. Yet, I can't truly say it's been fully resolved. Can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident.
Ugh. How do you even know about this case?
That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we?
I have indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. If not, how are we to explain the piece of evidence that proved so damning to Kay's case? The planted notes!
No way! An evil mastermind? But who?
Who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts. What is the evidence in question that points to somebody else's involvement?
Take that!
The victim's letter. The letter Kay supposedly wrote to the victim.
Yeah! I don't remember ever writing that.
So, who did? Who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know.
And how do we know it wasn't you?
Now, why would I do a thing like that, I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that is no longer an option. So, how will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest.
He even knows about my badge?
Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now, I bid you farewell.
What the heck do you mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? And why is he so interested in us anyway? No, everything's just one giant ball of mysteries.
It's Shelly the Killer. That man scares me. It seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. But even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However this ends, one thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth. If it wasn't for that epilogue a little bit there, I swear, it really does feel like that would have been a fantastic final case. But oh my god. I'm not even going to say that's my favorite case, because at this point, it's just going to keep getting better and better and better and better, and I'm just like, why do I even bother with Ace Attorney's writing? It's just so goddamn good. This is my favorite case. Now, one case later, I think this might be my favorite case. I can't win! They're all peak! Okay. Final thoughts. This was a roller coaster of emotions. From witnessing Kay be hurt or being targeted to her losing her memory and seeing her be so scared and confused. That struck me so hard. Watching Edgeworth, like, come to grips with what his decision is going to be. Like, just giving up the badge in this pursuit of truth. And it all culminating in this final battle with Excelsius winner. Having Verity join our side, and we're working together against this guy. We have Francisca. We have a powerhouse trio of Edgeworth, Francisca, and Verity Gavel going up against this one corrupt bastard. The amount of revelations to even so much as like, oh, it's no fucking wonder Manfred von Karma was the way he was. It doesn't excuse the shit he did, but holy shit does it explain a lot. And now I'm really concerned for Eustace. That moment whenever he kind of clocked in, like him just putting the pieces together and realizing that his dad was an actual murderer, and that horrific verbal spiel and beatdown that he did of his own son was disgusting. my emotions are like in a tizzy right now. I'm yeah, oh my god. Turnabout for the Ages. Oh, that's a great idea for a titling. That's a great title.